I wanted to show you a new MOC that I just recently finished. I've shown little parts of it before it really took shape, but it has recently kind of become its own thing, and I tried to really tell a story with this one. So before I just talk too long about it, let me go ahead and show you what it is. So this is this little scene of this traveler who is taking a rest in the middle of a rainstorm. Originally, I did have a little bit of these pillars here of a ruined structure, but I decided I really wanted to try to tell a little bit of a story with this build. And so I came up with the idea of having a traveler just kind of who found shelter in the rain. And then I was trying to figure out how I was going to make it look like it's raining, and I came up with all these little like puddles and then these little pieces here which look like little raindrops, and using all these lightsaber pieces, I think it works out pretty well. I'm also using these old clear blue antenna pieces which came in some old like space sets and things like that. So I had like 4 or 5 of those, so I went ahead and added those as well. It would have been nice if they were light blue instead of dark blue. I feel like that just would have looked a little bit better, but I still think they look pretty good. And I'm really happy with these pieces, how those turned out. Those look really good. They really sell the idea that there's like droplets all over the leaves here. So he looks like he's just sleeping there with his little fireplace. He's got a bundle of sticks, his little knapsack, and then his shield and sword that he's resting there on the side. And then this is almost like meant to be a ruin of like an old church or Gothic building. So it's got these pillars with this big window, or like where a window would have been. And I think that all looks pretty good. I have these 2 little trees on either side, and I had fun with this color of flower. I feel like it looks good paired with the blue. The blue and the yellow are like contrasting colors, and I think that really makes this thing come together. Originally, these were pink and kind of lavender colors, and that just didn't work very well with the blue. So when I changed that up, it just popped and kind of clicked into place. On the back, we have a little bit more foliage, but I started using some of these leaf elements underneath the bright green leaves, and I think that just made it look almost like it was wet back here. I probably should have done that a little bit more on the outside here. I feel like that would have looked good, but I was not about to pull up all of these leaf pieces. Maybe I should, but I just didn't feel like doing that, and I think it's good enough. And then I even have some of this tiling here on the inside that almost kind of looks like there is the remains of a floor underneath all these leaves. I really like how all of these leaves do kind of make it feel like there's ferns and everything growing all over the place. It really does kind of give it an overgrown feel, and like this guy just found this little ruin while he was wandering in the wilderness. This pillar here is broken down, and I tried to include some moss-covered pieces of stones that look like maybe they could have come from that pillar. I'm not sure how convincing it is, but that was the idea behind that little mound right there. It did really get covered up by a lot of these leaves though. And then same with another little pile of greenery, moss-covered rock back here. Because I wanted it to look like the rain was kind of falling all around him because he found a dry place, I of course put all this rain all around the front here, and then a lot more in the back through the window. And I kept them all away from the inside there just because in my mind the rain is coming from this direction and it kind of is blocked by this stone pillar, which is why he is resting there. So this is just a fun little MOC that I built, and I'm going to be displaying at the Brick Days convention coming up in Omaha. So if you are in the area, make sure to stop by. I'm gonna have this along with all of my other MOCs there for display. So go ahead and say hi if you're able to make it. That would be so fun to see some of you guys there. So that's gonna do it for this video. I really appreciate you watching. Thank you for all the support. It has been so amazing. Go ahead and let me know if you are gonna be able to make it to that convention, because I would love to see you. Here's another video that YouTube thinks you might enjoy. That's gonna do it for this one. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.